Hi, I'm Jenny.
And my name is Dino.
And we are the Mind Palace.
And this is Rockin' Roundtable.
Perfect. Okay, so welcome the Mind Palace to the Rockin' Roundtable.
Thank you.
We are so excited to meet you here at the Sweden Rock Festival, June 6th, 5th, 2025.
Yes, 2025.
Right. So, for the people who don't know about Mind Palace, a Swedish band with some ghost inspiration and rock music, right?
Yeah.
So tell
hard
us
rock.
about yourself.
About the band or about us?
Both. Both.
Yeah. So we started this band like just a few years ago. We released our first 2 songs in May 24. So we were actually here on Sweden Rock last year and trying to promote the band, handing out these like cards,
Yeah.
whatnot. We just started the band and you joined. You're the last one who joined the band.
Yeah, actually, I was pregnant.
Oh,
9th
Yeah.
month.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
When I got a call from Dino saying, "Hey, do you want to join us?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know, gotta give birth
but
first, but give me a month or 2, I'm on."
But there's this little detail, like you did a demo for one of our songs, and we were just blown away because we really struggled to find a vocalist, and we were pretty sure that we wanted a female singer, and that was kind of a part of the vision. So I reached out to your husband because I know him from like a decade ago, and he recommended you, and you like did that demo, and we were just blown away. Like this is it. We tried like 20 different singers, but we were just blown away with Jenny, and she was like, "Yeah, but I'm giving birth soon." And we were like, "No problem. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for her to come out. No problem."
Yeah, I remember. I think I wrote to you just like the day after I actually gave birth and was like,
I'm ready for tour.
Oh, hand over the baby and becoming a rock star, right? That's the way to do it. No, well, you know, we did reaction for the first single.
Big thanks
Yes,
for that.
yeah.
thank
That was
you.
really fun.
So,
And we loved it so much. And you guys, the video itself was amazing, but also the song and your vocals, it was just, we loved it so
the
much.
charisma that you have when you're, you know.
Thank
it's-
you.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was exciting. So how was the recording of that? Did you have do you have a label, by the way? Or so independent? Yeah.
We do everything in house.
Okay.
Our guitarist, the other guy that I started the band with, he does music videos and graphic design and stuff like that professionally.
Right.
So we kind of have all the production in house, and that's a huge benefit because
Oh yeah.
we get it for free.
Right.
It's his time.
Yeah, you gotta have something like that, especially in the music industry today, because it's hard to. Well, even if you find someone who can, you sign with, they don't give you anything, right? You end up in debt from day one.
Yeah, but I'd rather. I think it's better for a band if you want a label to be like a prioritized band at a small label rather than like the last band at the huge major label.
Right.
Like,
Nuclear blast.
there's-
Yeah, no, that's cool. And I was thinking about the songwriting process. So, who's writing the songs? Are you all involved, or?
yeah,
More or less.
more or less.
But you're the man of words.
I write a lot of lyrics.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Robin writes a lot of the like musical stuff. He writes the songs, the structures, and everything.
I've been involved in some lyrics and melodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, I usually write like a song, lyrics for a song, and send it to you.
Yeah.
And you like check it if you like it.
I
You
don't
can
like
add
that
something.
word. Gonna switch
But
it.
it's
From a female perspective.
Yeah, but it's rarely like
yeah.
lyrics for a particular song. You just like it's gonna fit this song. So you're like,
Yeah.
we have a library of lyrics that you like just
Oh, that's cool.
wrote. Yeah.
And you were an English teacher, correct?
Oh, I didn't want to bring that up.
Okay.
But yes.
Okay.
Teacher in history and English. But now I've actually studied to be a special needs teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I need that.
I can fix it.
Yeah. Okay. And you, I guess you have a day job as well for now?
Yeah, I work with urban planning,
Okay.
like
Like
infrastructure and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Nice.
Demographics, statistics.
You need to move to Las Vegas and help them with the, the chaos on the roads and stuff like that. So-
Yeah, that's kind of my field.
Okay, cool. It's always a challenge, right? To understand what's it gonna look like in 10 years and 20 years.
Yeah.
And I'm that's impressive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about the first single that we did reaction for. And you recently released a second single from
Yeah, and I wrote you guys about it, but you didn't reply.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, sorry. I've been so fucking busy.
No problem.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
My first message to you was I had like the header right, like, oh, not another fucking band.
Right. Yeah, I remember. No, and also
We love
obviously
that,
we love your music and we love Ghost as well. So kind of the similarities really appeal to us, and we just felt like, oh, this is good.
There are some similarities, but it's not too much. It's,
No,
you have your
it's
own
really different.
and your own vibe, and that's
No, I
what's-
agree.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
discussed
yeah.
it the other day, like when we started it, we like looked at our inspirations, like Ghost, Blues Pills, and all these bands, and kind of try to write within what they do and do our own thing. But the last couple of songs have really there's not much Ghost left in them, right?
No, not really.
No.
Okay.
So you've grown as you know, just of everything.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say like,
expanded.
oh, about growing Ghost. Like, no, Ghost
No,
will
no,
grow
no,
up.
right.
Yeah.
Well, always,
Yeah.
yeah.
But also you have a unique sound still, because female vocals is one part of it, but
Yeah.
also it's about the vibe, and that's what really, like I said, appealed to us, because you're like, this just makes us feel good to listen to. There's something you can have, listening and have it in the background as well. It's like the perfect type of music, because some music we listen to is you can only listen to it in specific scenarios.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, we can't have that, when we have a party with people, because we can't have like Arch Enemy blasting it.
At a formal dinner.
Yeah.
Well, I
So-
like the filming location from at least the first video. So like, is that going to be the thing? The whole like every video
The
release,
concept,
like that
or-
kind of like it's kind of like a dark kind of. Was it an abandoned building?
It's
kind
an
of
abandoned factory.
Yeah. See. Okay. So I love that though. It gave such like drama.
Yeah,
to
that's
it.
a really
Yeah,
cool location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Robin and our drummer Jakob, they scouted it. I don't know how they found it.
Oh, I don't know.
No, they
I
just
haven't
like
asked them really.
they just planned the video out and took us there and like
Yeah.
just shot it. Really cool location, but yeah, we'll see what we're gonna come up. The last video for Blood Moon was kind of filmed on the go. We were having this gig in a town called Motala.
Okay.
So we didn't plan to do a video for it, but since the first video turned out great and we have our videographer like in the band, we just scouted the location and stopped the car on our way to the gig and just shot the video.
Okay.
Moved on, and before we went up stage, he was almost done, like editing it.
Oh shit.
And it was fun because it was a ruin
I
and
love that.
a lot of tourists around.
Mm.
So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna switch boats here.
Yeah,
No worries.
Yeah, that's always a thing. Like when we try to shoot some stuff out among people, it's always a bit awkward.
but
Yeah, at the same time, it's like, well, you're probably never going to see these guys again. And
but the thing is, when we shot that video, I was so happy because people really respected that we were doing
Yes,
this
they
thing, and
did.
they like lined up at the edge, like just out of frame,
oh, okay, yeah.
and looked and were kind of interested and asked questions, and
Yeah.
there was some kids there like really into it, vibing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, and this
Yeah.
is like an old monastery room
Yeah.
or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
From
was-
the 1300s or something.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So So very cool.
In
place.
Motala. Hey,
Outside of.
Do you live in Motala or?
No.
No.
I live like an hour from here.
Okay, you do.
Hässleholm. Yeah.
Hässleholm. Yeah, I know about Hässleholm.
Yeah. Everyone's been there because the trains
Right.
stop there.
And you as well?
No, I live in Växjö.
Växjö, okay. We're actually going there after this.
Wow.
Yeah, a friend of mine is picking us up from Växjö, and
Yeah.
we're gonna go there and get a car actually.
Where to go to.
Yeah, because you're gonna get a rental car in Sölvesborg.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and speaking of Växjö, so we have a lot of friends from Växjö, and maybe you know Björn Englén.
No.
He's been in the U.S. now for 30 years though, but
Oh.
I'm 37.
okay, actually,
Yeah, he was a baby.
and also, what's
I'm
it
not gonna say how
called,
old I am.
Have you heard about Micke Ringdahl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
He's the guy who's picking us up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You have to say hello from us. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you remember, yeah, but we used to rehearse there when I lived in Växjö because
Right,
I
I
used to be,
figured.
so yeah, we rehearsed and in Musikhuset. Every
Yeah.
band rehearsed, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a bit of a legend there.
Yeah,
I
he
guess,
is.
so,
Yeah, cool. It's a
Yeah.
small world.
It's a
Weird.
small world. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
He does so much for music.
Does he still play with Zebra Kings?
No, I think they terminated that band.
Oh,
Yeah, he plays with another. Well, he plays in multiple bands.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's funny because I have a whole bag of strings from the US I bought for him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of these guys that every local scene needs to keep be running like and functioning.
Yeah. And speaking of that, that's a good segue into, how you got into music as a child and like people like Musikhuset and these type of organizations from the city. I understand that's still a thing, right? Helping children, practice on instruments and have rehearsal spaces and stuff like that.
Yeah, and, I mean, Sweden is. I think it's kind of a huge wealth in like that we have here in Sweden. That music and learning instruments and all rehearsal spaces and all that, it's very accessible.
Mm.
You can from a small age like start to learn instruments and start to learn music, and that's probably why Sweden has all. There's not a lot of Swedes in the world,
right.
but there's a lot of Swedish successful music projects.
The percentage of Swedes, that are
Yeah.
famous. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But I think that's so good because that's the way, children today, so many children are like, all they do is sit on an iPad or a computer playing video games, which is cool.
They need to rock out.
Yeah, they need to rock out. They need to be artistic and creative, even though I guess video games are creative as well, but not in the same fashion.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, totally agree.
But was it a couple decades ago? I guess the video game, the Guitar Hero thing, kids can learn that. That's when they realized, I want to know how to play for real.
Yeah, real guitar.
They're like,
Yeah, why didn't
9
I
years
think
old.
of
I'm
that?
like, let me.
Get Guitar Hero for my kids. I didn't think of that. That's a
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
good
They
idea.
still have that? Yeah, it's still a thing, right? It was.
Yeah, you can buy old consoles.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
even big. Like that whole retro, or like it's popular, like vinyl. Everything is coming back.
Yeah.
So
And just before we came here, we saw they start selling like cassette decks again on Amazon. We're like, I'm like,
some bands are releasing their new albums on cassette as well.
Yeah, we thought
It's a
about
thing.
it.
Yeah.
I know I brought it up once. Like maybe we should do it just like a novelty thing, a limited run. People probably won't listen to the cassette, but it's cool to own like the piece of analog
right.
medium. Yeah.
So when is the new album going to be released? Or the full album?
We're planning to have it released like by the end of summer, early September, something like that.
Okay.
Since we don't have a label, we don't have a deadline.
Right. Yeah.
But we have our own deadline. It's in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Right.
Is everything recorded?
Not everything,
Yeah.
but most of it.
Okay. But all the songs are ready.
Written and done, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds be exciting. So what studio are you using?
Yeah,
A home?
it's
Yeah.
a living room studio.
Yes, my husband is a musician as well,
Okay.
and working with like all the things around sound
Yeah.
and studio stuff. So he's actually helping me out a lot recording the songs.
Good. Yeah.
But that's so good. I mean, that having that in-house, like I said, it helps with scheduling and obviously
Yeah.
financially. So it's
And
perfect.
and the rest of us just track our stuff at home. Send
Yeah.
it to our producer guy, the
Yeah.
video guy,
Yeah.
guitarist,
Okay,
our Swiss Army guy.
Swiss Army knife. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good option. So we don't want to keep you too long, but
Oh, okay. Like it's sitting
Yeah.
here with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
'cause-
sit here
yeah,
longer.
yesterday we had an interview and it was this, I don't know who it was really, but kept knocking the door, like open the door, you have to get out.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, it's like a limit. But I think it was more crowded yesterday.
Yeah, I wasn't.
It was a tight thing.
So you're gonna see our show?
Of course, that's one of our bucket list items for this festival.
Oh no!
So when you told me that actually we're gonna play
It
at
was
Sweden
so
Rock
fun with you.
Festival, yeah.
I know why we brought that up. Like you said, I want to see them.
I want to see them live, yeah. And I'm like, hopefully, maybe when we are in Sweden, they have a show that. can actually attend,
And then we got to Rock, but I knew that you guys were gonna be in Sweden.
Yeah.
But we were under the embargo. We couldn't say anything.
Right.
So I was like, oh, I really need to tell them.
That was such a perfect timing, and we are
Yeah.
so grateful because, yeah, like I said, when we saw the video, it was like, oh, we have to see this band live, and we love live music.
Yeah.
We go to shows pretty much every weekend
Wow.
Wow.
because there's always something going on, and sometimes we have 2-3 shows in one night.
Yeah, in Las Vegas, there's like it's not like there's nothing to do. It's like it's too much to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yes.
we can't hit all the shows.
So you guys can recommend some cool venues
Oh yeah.
Yes,
for
yes.
us. We gotta get
Tiny,
These things.
medium, and large.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact we actually know some of the owners of the venue,
Ah,
so
cool.
we can put in a good word.
love
Thank
that.
you.
Really,
Love
I
that.
appreciate that.
Yeah, we also know promoters in town as
And
well.
John
so.
just is used to getting a lot of European
Yes.
bands over.
Yes.
That's cool.
So he has
Yeah.
this thing called what's it called now? Desert Festival,
Mm-hmm.
like annual Desert Festival, and it brings in Swedish bands
Oh, yeah.
or European bands.
Yeah.
So this year he had a band called Jirm,
All right.
and they play like doom type of rock metal, but he loves these kind of underground Swedish bands,
Mhm.
and Swedish bands and Norwegian bands and Italian bands.
Yeah. But we're gonna record a music video today.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
yeah,
wonderful. That's
Yeah.
right.
Thank you. I want to.
So we have this video guy. That's our second video guy. So that's all.
We got a whole crew.
Keep them coming.
Yeah. He's here filming, and we're gonna talk to him. We'd really love if you guys could just like show up somewhere, like
Yeah.
just like have a drink or something, like a B-roll.
Yeah.
video.
Right. Yeah. Like
It'll
an
be-
extra.
That would be really fun. Yeah.
And we would love to be involved. So a couple of more things we want to do before we end up. Thanks to the Mind Palace, now we are ready to rock. And tonight, is it tonight?
Yes,
Yeah.
tonight.
1810.
Yeah. Tonight at 6:10, we're gonna see the Mind Palace play live for the first time
At Sweden
And-
Rock Festival.
at Sweden Rock Festival. He's a fucking stoked.
No pressure.
Okay.
No pressure at all.
Okay. Well, we know we love you guys, so
Even if we do a shitty show, we're better than that.